Okay, here we are. This is the November Cellar Series 6-pack tasting notes. So we've got a busy world out there. We've got a lot going on, but we are also getting ready for the holidays coming up. We're enjoying some nice weather this week and this weekend. But I think with these three whites and these three reds, we're really starting to pick up the intensity and the weight with the wines and kind of building on kind of some more savory qualities to the wine, which I'm super excited about, since drinking wine in the fall and winter somehow seems like it's a little bit more serious. I feel like I get a little bit more out of a lot of the wines. So we are at 20% off all the wines as usual. We're at $125 after the discount. So really good value here for some of our favorite new wines in the shop. We are going to start off in Germany. This, I believe, is our first German white wine that we're featuring in the Cellar series, and I love Riesling. I think that Riesling comes in an amazing different spectrum of styles, and I think that this has really, really broad appeal. This is Weingut Johanneshof from the Rheingau, a 10th generation winemaker here, and we are looking at wines from this very historic 2,000-year-old vineyard setting, essentially. You know, the Romans farmed here. This is a perfectly south-facing bend in the Rhine River that is pretty much perfect for growing grapes. So this is a Charta wine designation. So it is part of a group of exclusively dry styles of Riesling, the more chiseled kind of just dry Riesling, you know, like this lovely kind of style. So perfect, I feel like, for Thanksgiving dinner coming up are some options here, amongst others. So give it a try. So the next wine is coming from Piedmont. This is a wine that comes from a Barolo producer that we've featured many times. And this is the Vira family, along with basically under the Luigi Bodana label. They acquired the Bodana family's vineyard holdings and winemaking in about 2006, 2007, and they've been making incredible wines ever since. So this is their Dragon White Blend from the 2018 vintage. And this is a blend of, gosh, I always have to look this one up. So Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, and then a grape called Nacheta, which we don't see very often, and a little bit of Riesling. It's all stainless steel. There's no malolactic fermentation, so it's bright and crisp at the same time. These kind of play ball nicely together, but it has really, really pretty aromatics because of that. I feel like Nacheta and a little bit of Riesling kind of working its way in. The Vira family makes killer red wines. They also make really, really beautiful white wines. Moving on to Burgundy, this is Joseph Drouhin, and this is their Puy Wenzel. Puy Wenzel is a really, really small appellation right next to Puy, if we say, in the Macon, like the very, very southern part of Burgundy. Chardonnay, exclusively grown on limestone soils, limestone marls. So White Berg, it's definitely a comfort zone for some, but it's an exploration in Chardonnay for others, which is why we kind of like to experiment and explore Chardonnay from Burgundy. And let's not forget, the wines from the Macon is like where the value is at. So it's kind of fun to be able to feature a wine like this in the 2016 vintage, which was challenging because of frost, extensive frost. But what that really means is that there wasn't a whole lot of wine to be made at the end of the day, but the resulting wines are really, really delicious. So crisp, clean, focused, with just a little bit of that creamy texture that we expect from Chardonnay. So moving on to the first red, we are looking at Pecanino. This is a Dolcetto from a region called Doliani. So Dolcetto kind of plays third fiddle, I feel like, to Barbera and Nebbiolo in Piedmont, which is unfortunate because these really kind of light bistro style wines have a lot of depth in certain areas and with certain producers. This is absolutely one of those producers. This is a specialist for Dolcetto, and Doliani is the region that you want to be drinking your Dolcetto from in a lot of ways. It's directly south of Barolo, and the prime sites, the best vineyards, are dedicated to the production of Dolcetto, which is really kind of fun to see. So it's really a dedicated producer. So it's all organic, and they've been making wines in this village since the 1700s, this family. So Orlando Pecanino is the winemaker here, and seemingly has a masterful touch with Dolcetto. So moving on to Sonoma County, we are looking at this producer called Paro. We've worked with Paro throughout the years. It's a really small producer. Like there's a Hotmail email address on the back of this. Like there's not much information if you choose to search this producer out. But every time we've tasted this wine or this producer's wines, it's always been special. So again, like I said, very small production coming from Sonoma County, but richness and depth from this Russian River Valley fruit. We had talked about like Thanksgiving options, and like this is kind of a no-brainer. Like a dry Riesling and a fuller bodied, like richer, savory Pinot from Sonoma County. It's like, that's like a no-brainer. So just really friendly, happy, and poised Pinot from Sonoma County from Paro here. So we are finishing up with a wine from the Mediterranean coast of France, so south, kind of eastern France, along the road that would take you to Spain and just at the base of the Pyrenees. So this is from a village called Corbière, and this is Chateau de Villemajou. So this is from the Gerard Bertrand family of wines, and this is like the historic estate for Gerard Bertrand, like where the family, I think, feels most comfortable with their oldest vines. And this is a blend of old vine Carignan, Syrah, and Mourvèdre. So this is where we're starting to get a little bit more of that savory, kind of old world quality that helps us balance out some of the new world fruit. You know, just fresh black fruit with this really lovely kind of fresh earth and kind of graphite and mineral quality that is elusive in a lot of wines, but somehow in certain pockets of France, it's like all over the place. And even if you don't like it, you can't avoid it. It's just part of it. That's terroir. That's how it works. So these are our 6 wines. We're getting ready for the holidays. So thank you very much. We hope to see you guys in the shop, and hope to see you guys pick up a Cellar Series 6-pack for November. Thanks, guys.